Iliad by Homer, Book 1, Summary. The story starts with Chryses, who is a Trojan priest, and his daughter, Chryseis, has been taken captive by the Achaeans, who are basically the Greeks, and she's been serving the needs of Agamemnon, who is the king of the Achaeans. Now, Chryses has come to the Achaeans, to their ships basically, with a ransom to ask the Achaeans to let his daughter go and take the ransom. Now, majorly the Greeks are in agreement that yes, let's let her go and we can take the ransom. But Agamemnon is kind of rebukes Chryses and says that your daughter is going to grow old far away from her house and she'll be catering to my needs and you will never be able to see her again and stuff like that. And he kind of asks him to leave and not disturb him. And Chryses is scared. He leaves the place. He doesn't want to offend Agamemnon. But after leaving, he prays to Apollo, Phoebus Apollo, who is the son of Jove and Leto. And he says that, Chryses says that if I have ever been true to you, if I have ever made sacrifices in your honor, then please grant me this and, give trouble to the Achaeans. Phoebus Apollo hears the prayer and he massacres the Achaeans with a plague, right? Now, this plague continues for 9 days, and on the 10th day, Achilles calls for a meeting. He summons everyone, and he says that, he asks anyone, some sort of a psychic who is there, like a mind reader or a dream reader or some sort of a psychic who is there among the Achaeans, and says that please tell us what's going on. Why is Apollo so mad at us? Like, what have we done and how can we appease him? So an old man gets up and says that I'll say what is actually wrong, but you have to promise me. So by saying it, I am going to be offending the most important Achaean that is out there, so you have to kind of promise me that nobody is going to take any actions against myself. And Achilles says that yes, that's fine, as long as I'm alive, nothing will happen to you. And he says, he tells the entire story about what happened when Chryses came to Agamemnon and about Chryseis and the ransom and stuff like that. And so he narrates the story. Now, Agamemnon gets very mad at this old man and he says that you have never said good things about me, you only say bad things, and she's a captive that I have, she caters to my needs, I need her, and she's as beautiful as my wife Clemenstra or something like that, like in form and in qualities she's equal to her, and I'm planning on taking her home and have my needs fulfilled. But that's all right, if that's be the case, I want the people to live, I don't want them to die. I will give her up, I will give Chryseis up, but you have to find me another prize. I need some sort of a compensation. To which Achilles says that how are we, it's not like there's a store where we can go and just buy you one. Once we sack some other city of Priam, we will compensate you 3 or 4 times. But how do we do it right now? To which Agamemnon gets even more angry and he says that if you speak any further, I'm going to come to your tent and I'm going to take your captive with me, which is Briseis. Or whoever I please, because I am the bloody king. I'll go to Ajax or someone else. To which now Achilles also kind of gets very, very messed up at this, and he loses his temper and says that you are one, like you're so much of words. When the fighting is happening, you are nowhere to be found. It's my hands that does all your bidding and sack all the cities and take things from there. But now you are gonna take my prize, the girl that the Achaeans decided to give it to me, and you're gonna take that from me. So be it. Okay, and in between, in this point of time when Achilles was really, really mad, he was in kind of two minds whether to take out his sword and kill Agamemnon or just let this go. At which point Minerva, on the bidding of Juno, comes. She's a goddess. Minerva is a goddess. She comes on the bidding of Juno and tells Achilles that do not, he's your king, don't think about killing him, do rebuke him as much as you want to, and your rebuke will not be in vain. To which Achilles says all these things. And he says that if you take my prize, if you take Briseis from me, I can't do anything about it, but I'll let you take her, but if you try and take anybody else's captive like Ajax or something like that, I'll fight with you. And since you're gonna take my captive, I'm not gonna fight your battle anymore. The assembly kind of breaks up. Achilles goes to the seashore, and his mum is a sea goddess, Thetis. She's a sea goddess, and he cries his eyes out and stuff like that. To which Thetis comes and asks Achilles, "What's wrong? Why are you crying? What happened?" Achilles tells him the story, tells her the story, and says that, please do something. Go to Jove and pray to him, so that the Achaeans dearly miss me. Right, there comes a time when the Achaeans are dying and stuff like that, and they'll be looking for me in battle, but they won't find me. And Thetis says that right now Jove and all the other Olympian gods have gone to some feast which is happening in Oceanus or something like that, and after 12 days they will come. Once they return, I'll definitely do your bidding. So that happens, and after 12 days when they return, Thetis goes to Jove and tells him the entire story and says that this is what my wish is. To which Jove says that, Jove is also in kind of two minds. He wants to help Thetis, but he also tells her that, Juno is already kind of suspicious that I am helping the Trojans out and I'm not helping the Achaeans as much. So she's already suspicious of me. Yet I will still try and do what you have told me to do. But you have to give me time, and I'll do things according to my own pace. Thetis leaves, he goes to Jove goes to Olympus, and Juno starts rebuking him. And he says that you met with Thetis and you were plotting against the Achaeans and you were helping the Greeks and stuff like that. To which Jove says that, yes, I did meet Thetis, and please check your tone, don't talk to me like that. I am the most superior god that is out there, and if I get mad at you, and if I take action, if I do things, there's nothing that you or all of heaven accumulated together can do about it, right? So please check your tone. And to which Juno is very kind of, she's scared and she sits down and stuff like that. After which Vulcan, who's the sun, he comes and he says, he kind of takes forward what Jove said, that yes, he is the most fearsome god that is out there. Once it so happened that he dropped me from heaven, like Vulcan is saying that he dropped him from heaven. And so, he's just trying to pacify his mother, and Juno is kind of pacified, and then they feast, and then they go to sleep. That's the summary of the first book of Iliad. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself, folks. God bless us all. Love you.